how do you know when it's time? When it's that time to embrace cosmetic modification? I know the idea of it is so controversial and well received. Often the response, when folks talk about getting cosmetic alterations or modifications, cleanup, or however you want to phrase it, is always thoughts of the worst case scenario presented all the time, and is a type situation. Chick, why are you trying to do all that to your body? You gonna look sagged later. Years down the line, you can't keep it up. It's gonna, I'm not getting a BBL, but just speaking in reference to folks getting BBLs, your butt gonna sag all the way down to the floor. Your fat gonna migrate. You gonna start leaking secretions and smelling like a dussy. You're not even dirty. You get what I'm saying? You don't have an hygiene problem. So that's what you want in your life, honey. All of this rhetoric goes around. To each his own. Is very subjective, okay? Because everybody's individual experience with body modification via cosmetic, it is not the same, honey. And it really has everything to do with your pre-op procedures, post-op procedures, your continued lifestyle. Because for some reason, people think that once you get your body done, and when I'm saying body done, it can be, a combination or individual things going on, individual procedures. Some people may get a body done pretty much head to toe. You know what I'm saying? They may get some things adjusted in their cheeks, some fillers, and then they also may snatch their stomach, and then they also may get an arm lift. You know what I mean? And then they also may get a butt lift, aka BBL. And some folks just may get lipo and a tummy tuck. You know what I'm saying? Some people just may get skin tightening. These are just treatment procedures, like, to further improve the body recomposition of the body post weight loss, after you have extracted all the fat as possible from the certain areas of target. Me, for instance, I'm pursuing Sono Bello for their laser treatment for my midsection. So I'm pursuing their Abex tummy tuck alternative 360. They're familiar with 360, but it's not going to be as definitive as going under the knife with the 360 lipo. However, I've saw some great results, and I believe with what I have going on, which I don't have a lot going on that needs to be pulled, burned off, and snatched. So I know my process is going to be less invasive. I know that I'm believing I'll be able to get the notable snatch effects that I already got in place. All I pretty much have left is my skin that is hanging in separation from the rest of my stomach. And I'm able to determine this when I do certain exercises, when I do a plank, when I do my push-ups. Those are the main two exercises that really showcase the need for the procedure. When I bend over, the skin completely hangs separate from my stomach. Now behind that, I have muscle definition. I have cuts because I see them as I'm lifting weights, as I'm doing my weight trainings, okay? My core trainings. Like, I definitely feel my core, and I see the cuts on the side. But I'm not going to see them in the center because of that monstrosity of loose skin. That's how I know at this point in my weight loss, weight maintenance, and body recomposition journey that this is that phase to clean it up. Me pursuing constant weight loss at this point in time would be counterproductive for me. Counterproductive meaning that it will essentially send me backwards in a sense because I will end up losing more weight and more velocity in areas I don't want to lose, just so I could keep trying to lose some of my stomach. That's not going to make a difference in it looking tight and fit, okay? The only thing that's going to make a difference in it looking tight and fit at this posture in my lifestyle, in my journey, is for me to get the remaining fat removed and the stomach pulled and contoured flat. That's it. And we have to come to a point of realization and acceptance, self-acceptance, body acceptance, that it's okay to embrace this next level. Now, do you have to embrace this? No. Can you achieve said results, tummy tuck results, without tummy tuck procedure, whether invasive or non-invasive? For some, possibly. But I'm going to give you a realistic answer. Highly unlikely. Unless your skin has enough elasticity to bounce back. Okay? And tighten back up, which is what your routine consists of. Yeah, sure. Some people can have that. Some people still have the euphemism in their skin, I'd say. That elasticity, and they be able to snap back. But most of us don't. I don't, especially after having a kid. You know, I was already big before the kid. Had a kid and I got bigger. You know what I'm saying? And my stomach stretched more. And then as I lost weight, you know, the skin left in the background. So, you know, that's what I'm dealing with now. That's the hardest, I'm not going to say the hardest part, but that's one of the frustrating parts of your body modification journey, you know, from weight loss to fat loss and body recomposition to couture your body the way you want it to look, because the weight that came off was just weight, often some fat, but majority weight inflammation, and it came off everywhere because you can't spot lose. So in the result of it coming off everywhere, you may look gaunt in other spaces. You know what I mean? You'll end up having a gaunt look initially. But that's okay, because the gaunt should go to a glow. You should go from gaunt to glow when you incorporate the right systems. Okay? You done lost all the weight. Now you see that you looking sparse, and now is areas where you need to fill in and clean up, and that's when you're going to have to go into body recomposition. You're going to have to go into a slight surplus in calories and still active exercise regimen of weight training and cardio. 5 days a week at minimum. You know, I do more than that, but that's just my suggesting. 5 days a week. If you can get it in Monday through Friday, had the weekends off, boom. Or however you can push it. But that, essentially, that's what it is. That's the core. In order for you to start contouring your body and fixing the little inks and dinks and sags, and even with that, with the natural weight training and your nutrition and your fasting and all the things, there still may be areas that are not going to conform. And those areas are going to require cosmetic modification. Okay? I just wanted to break this down, y'all. It's not like folks are necessarily just running to get cosmetic procedures, you know, out of vanity purposes. Some are, yes, but those who are in the weight loss side of things, okay, are using this as an additional tool, as a final step tool to clean up the body, and then further continue your healthy systems of practice, just in now the nice fit body and comfortable body that you want to be in. And that's where I'm headed. That's where I'm headed, y'all. And I'm welcoming it. And I know other people are going to possibly side-eye me for it. I come to the realization like I have to do what's best for me. And I had this agenda completely planned, you know, since the beginning of my weight loss journey on GLP1, okay? And I also had this in my vision on my weight loss journey before GLP1 when I lost 115 pounds naturally. However, I didn't think that I would even make it to this point where I'm fit as I could possibly be, and I need to actually clean up now. I have my systems of fitness grounded and my nutrition grounded, my 80-20. I don't have anxiety anymore. I'm managing my weight in an appropriate range. You know what I'm saying? It's just that what I'm really trying to lose is what needs to be sucked out or what needs to be burned off so my muscles could come through my stomach, okay? That, you know, and let my thighs be tightened up a little bit. Maybe tighten the arms up a little bit. I've been doing really good on my arms, but they could lose a little tightening. So, you know, a little combination of all of that is a nice cleanup. And that's what it's time for. It's time for me to be here. I couldn't really approach that when I lost 115 pounds because I wasn't done losing weight. And I still didn't figure out nutrition. I wanted to figure out all the components to master healthy maintenance in a healthy and new body, so I can go have my body snatched up to clean up what needs to be cleaned up. But if I do that too soon without having the nutritional knowledge and the fitness knowledge, you know what I'm saying, in the mindset of peace knowledge, then I could very well be setting myself up and end up getting the weight back and wasting my money. No, I'm wasting my man's money. We not wasting his money, okay? We not wasting his money, okay? This is gonna be long-term, permanent, and continued. I want my flat stomach, my toned body, and to continue in delivering a healthy fitness, health, and wellness lifestyle that I love in the body that I love, honey. Okay? I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Be real.